What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the channel, to the space. Got a really cool video for you guys today. Luke Michael James, his channel's linked down in the description. Definitely go check it out. Awesome dude, awesome channel, has great content. He reached out to me after watching one of my videos, the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro ND variable ND filters. And ever since that first communication, we've kind of stayed in touch, bounced ideas off of each other. And then collaboration, just two countries combined, YouTube gains. So we jumped on a Zoom call, we brainstormed how do we want to present a really cool collaboration, you over here across the pond, me over in this little mountainous area, but we wanted to take it to kind of another level, give you guys some awesome feedback on things we've researched, things we've learned, tips, tricks, all about starting a new YouTube channel. It's been a little while since done a little coffee spread, and I need some coffee. What's better than one coffee B-roll? A little sesh, it's two. There we go. Okay. Yeah. What's up, brother?
I'm showing my camera. Oh, it's really difficult. With time, like, I don't know about you, but it's sort of, as this is getting a little bit more natural and normal to do.
Definitely.
Sort of, yeah, being able to just sort of be yourself a little bit more is quite nice. To be fair, I've actually wanted to know for quite a while since I started watching your channel, but I like what was it that got you interested in like starting a YouTube channel and even just being on YouTube?
Yeah, so I think, you know, well, I think for me it was like, I always loved video. As a kid I would create like slideshows, you know, so it all kind of started around slideshows, and just, it was mostly like the Ken Burns pictures coming in, just super cheesy. I would make like home videos and stuff, and then my wife and I, we started a family channel on YouTube, and then she turned me on to Peter McKinnon actually, and so I started watching his stuff, and I was like, oh, dude, you know,
he's like next level, isn't he? Like, yeah. I always found it kind of like crazy how he can push YouTube like almost to be like cinema.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
For a long time I kind of hesitated with it, with time and money and like all the family situation. I was like, you're not gonna make any money doing this, like what are you doing? Yeah. Finally it was just like, all right, let's just try it out, let's see what happens. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I don't know, I've always watched videos on YouTube since I was like 10 or whatever, you know. I've always been watching YouTube videos, but it was always to sort of find an answer to something, rather than, because I like, you know, if like you got a problem at home with like I don't know, like your phone, how do I make my phone do this? Like I'll Google it and I'll look for a YouTube video rather than trying to read it or anything like that. So for a lot of time it was just stuff like that. But after I got married, we went on honeymoon and I spent like a huge amount of time on YouTube, on the beach and stuff, just like chilling out, having the videos on and stuff. My wife was obviously very happy because I was on honeymoon watching YouTube, but from that point, like I watch YouTube more than I watch like TV and stuff, because it's sort of like it's your own channel. Like YouTube itself is like having your own personalized TV channel, right. TV station, right? That you can just always watch what you want to watch.
Yeah.
And then it'll recommend stuff that it thinks you will like, rather than having to wait for it to come on. So like that really made me think, well, I'd love to be able to make some of this stuff that
Yeah.
other people who are really invested in YouTube will enjoy watching as well.
Yeah.
It just snowballed from there, like so many people, and you realise sort of how vibrant YouTube is as a community.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's like, for me, it's just cool being able to help others through video and something you already love to do. It's like, why not?
Yeah,
you know.
A lot of people don't realise that there's so much that goes into the behind the scenes, and actually, I realise it, but I don't think I realise it enough. I don't make like your video about the analytics and things. I don't think I utilise that to my advantage enough, and I know that I need to. But sometimes it's tricky to sort of get into the balancing act of making sure that you're keeping all these different plates spinning. I just want to be making the videos and putting them out there.
Like, what's gonna benefit other people? What problems are you solving? But how can you do it in like a good quality, but like quick quality too, you know?
Yeah, so you want to be able to make sure that you can keep doing it.
Right.
Like, and keep actually enjoying doing it, because if you're putting so much time into the edits as well, like, and then your video, like me and you, I mean, you're now 3 times bigger than me already because we're still small. But like when you put a video out and you spend like 2-3 days on it, and then you get 50 views,
Right.
it's like, yeah, but I mean, it's obviously going to happen, isn't it? But and that's, you know that, but you feel obviously the level that you want to put that out at because of the people you're inspired by and the equipment you have and the attitude you have.
Right.
It's still kind of disheartening, isn't it? Like you're like,
Yeah.
You put a lot of work into it, and then it just right? Like, what keeps you kind of going? Like, is there something that really drives you each day to keep creating?
it does dwindle, and some days you get up and you're like, I can't really be bothered to do anything today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's hard. But I think what it is, it's just understanding that I did a little video about this thing about like stifling creativity. Like, if it's there, it's there. It will always come out when it wants to. It is harder to get it to come out than it is to actually stop it.
Right.
If that makes sense. I know that's kind of like a really like weird way of saying it, but like it's much easier to stop yourself from being creative than let yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'm in that mood, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. The only time it's a problem for me is when I'm so stubborn in my head that I'm like, no, I want to get this out. I said I'd do this, I'm gonna do it. But then you're becoming like in this vicious back and forth with yourself, and it isn't healthy. Nothing you make is gonna satisfy you. For me, it's like just understanding, okay, today's not the best day. That's fine. Make a plan for tomorrow. Make a plan for later on. And just let that. It's a part of life. Like, yeah, I'm not a big spiritual dude, but as I'm getting older, I'm sort of realizing that kind of being happy is the most important thing.
There's certain things that you can do to really kind of bring it out, right? And
yeah.
And even if there's so much pressure behind sticking to a certain schedule, but it's a good pressure. It's like you need that pressure to really like force you. And as creators, like it's good to have that practice as a YouTuber. Like if you're really trying to take this to the next level, like you have to do it.
Well, this is the thing as well. Like there's the knowing that, okay, if you really want to make a YouTube channel successful, it's basically like having another job.
Right.
You have to, even if people don't see it as that, you have to treat it as that in order for it to work.
Right.
And you have to have that discipline.
Yeah.
And if you have that, and if that's where you want to go, then obviously not having those off days kind of isn't really good to accept. But what you need to do is, okay, what can I make today that will benefit, that I'm going to get some satisfaction from making, which is obviously I'm not going to want to resent making videos.
Yeah.
But also is going to help someone in some way, even if it's just really simple, quick 2-minute video rather than 15-minute video. Something that you can get satisfaction from, but people are actually going to benefit from watching. And
right.
Just sort of understanding, having a plan in advance obviously is going to really help. If you have like a weekly schedule or I've got the whiteboard here with my video ideas on.
Yeah.
The light, but I tick them off, and I keep the ones that I've done at that period in time, because then I know, okay, that is what I did last month, but now I could probably do it this way.
Yep. What is your process for creating videos?
It's quite simple, mine, at the moment, and I do want it to become a little bit more adventurous. Because I work full time, I try and fit that in on an evening. Like I'll plan something, write a few things down,
yeah,
and then I'll also sort of like have a quick look on YouTube and see if anyone else has either talked about this product before that I'm going to talk about. Watch a few different types of videos from guys that I like, just to take inspiration from, but also to sort of know the things to steer away from. But it's part of the process of learning, isn't it? Like in finding your identity. But then it's really simple apart from that. I'll literally just sit in here. I usually shoot about 10 to 15 times the amount of material that I actually use. And then it's just, I literally just drag everything into my, I use Premiere. Don't know, do you use Final Cut?
I use Final Cut. I can use both, but like with my computer and everything, the workflow, it just seems to work a little bit quicker. So the process can either be like really drawn out or smaller, and like something I think for us is just figuring out, okay, what can I do to create consistently, whether that's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever these people are doing, or like whatever you want to do. But it's really finding videos that are gonna matter, that you enjoy creating, and like doing the research first, I think is really important. But also just if you can just create, like that kind of sparks the fire, and then you just go from there. And then you got, like, you know, like you said, all the behind the scenes, like, you know, you're setting up your cameras and all the different angles, and you're trying to do creative things and make it a little bit different. And then you got to take your memory cards out, put it in the computer, upload, download it onto a hard drive. I mean, it's just find your music, find your effects that you want to put in to kind of make it tasteful, upload, and then you got to promote it, right? You just like, you got to put it on social media, right? Yeah, you just like pre-production to post-production to movie sales, you know, it's like everything.
Because I don't ever want to put out a video that I think is rubbish now. There's no point in that for me. I always want to like what I'm putting out now. But I always want in 6 months to not like what I did now.
Right, but now you got that sweet light, and you're gonna look back on your old videos and you're
it's not looking so sweet now. At the minute, I look really weird.
Like, what would you say your style is, and then what type of video do you like to make with that style?
I think I'm only just finding out what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely see a sort of a style, and it's not character, but like the character you have on your videos, and I can definitely see that like there's a consistency there.
Yeah. Like
with how you bring your videos out. But like, I mean, what about you? What do you enjoy the most? Like,
how can you make it so it's like, it brings an entertainment factor, right? You don't want to be just kind of dull, monotoned, like trying to vary your pitches a little bit. Because I can tend to, like, if I just sit there and talk, I could totally see myself just like, yeah, this is a great lens, you should get it, you should buy this because it's this, and this. It's like, yeah, you gotta be a little bit animated. But I think for me, it's like, I kind of, you know, 4 months in, I think I know the audience I want to tailor to, like anyone who's really trying to make an influence with video, because my knowledge is, and my passion is like everything behind video. So just like creating content and how to create content for whether it's your YouTube channel or your business, or because like I said earlier, I love business. But it's, you know, but also being able to show people like how a creative video can help a brand.
How do you then bring those other things in? Like I try, and with my business, especially for photos and stuff, the first thing I was doing was sort of offering my services for free to local small businesses.
Yeah.
to help their social media platforms become a little bit more consistent and professional looking, like the Really Awesome Coffee. He's a guy that was I met him through when I was just at my normal day job, had his coffee, loved it, and now we work together quite a lot and I do lots of things for him. Like, I don't actually, apart from the fact that the video I put up on my channel was a coffee video and had his logo in, like I didn't I didn't think consciously that's something I can incorporate into my channel.
Dude, it definitely is. And it could be like so simple. Like, how do you get more clients for video, or how do you get more video clients? You just tell that story and say, if you network yourself to anyone you're around, there's an opportunity.
You sort of, what you've learned in your 4 months, and it shows because it's growing, it shows that you put in the work, you do the research, you make sure that you film it in the right way, you have the right B-roll, which is really important. You pick the vibe, you perform it.
So great, just chatting it up, hanging out with Luke Michael James. Definitely go check out his channel. So we each had some questions we wanted to answer at the end, and he did another separate little video. I encourage you to go check out the other part of this group bundle video series that we did together. But I wanted to dive into the additional questions Luke had for me. I had some questions for Luke that he answered on his video. That way we could, keep it a little different. Same, but different. 2 parts, 1 video. Whether you've started or kind of established or you're really established, to me these all kind of go hand in hand, because what you're doing at the beginning should be pretty similar to what you're doing at the end. Now, you're gonna grow, you're gonna adapt, but what I wanna say is be who you are, create content that you love to create, find something that you are good at, find something that you are knowledgeable at, find something that you can help others with, because I'll tell you what, that's the key to kind of longevity on this platform, in my personal experience. Talking head, what I'm doing right now, or that spicy coffee B-roll, hands down, without a doubt, some amazing B-roll. I mean, it's just so much fun to film. Not that I don't just love sitting here talking to a camera, acting like there's 1,000,001 person, a handful, maybe 4 people on the other side of this camera. Really, I truly enjoy just going out, filming, finding a new creative way to capture something you love and just making it look even more. It's fun to make. So much fun. The creative process behind that is just so fun. That's my answer. Sticking with it. Next question. What analytics do I pay attention to on YouTube? Now this is the $1 million question right here, right? No, it's not. But what I will say is I really like looking at the analytics. That's kind of just the nerd side of me. I've said it in a couple of videos I've done before. The retention rates, how long are people staying on the video? Because to me, that's the number 1 indicator of, is it a good video? Do people like it? Because if the retention rate is like, just everyone's just clicking off, man, that's boring. Bomb that one, dude. What are you doing? That just gives me a lot of insight onto how to make the next video or something to adapt to and change. And it's what this game is all about. It's what it's all about, right? Finding what content works, finding how to adapt, how to create content for your audience that they want to see, that they enjoy seeing, retention rate, and then watch time hours, right? Watch time hours are kind of correlated with that, those two hand in hand. That's it. Next, last question. What I would say to anyone creating content on this platform, whether it's for entertainment, for your business, for your brand, for as a creative, as someone who's trying to teach something, or whatever it may be, is quality over quantity. Be consistent. If you want to see growth, that's it. No more questions. Thanks for sticking around, guys. This was a really fun video to make with my new friend, my pen pal overseas, Luke Michael James. Definitely go check out his channel. Appreciate you stopping by. Hit that like button, the subscribe, build the community, come together. Hope you guys stay well. We'll see you soon. It's one of the reasons I love this platform the most, is just meeting people like Luke.